Oh, hang on. I don't know why that's on there. Whoa, hang on a minute. I don't know what's going on there. Why is that even on there? There we go. Sorry about that. Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Mike and I'm your host. And I hope we are very, very happy this evening. It is just me. I apologise. You are just me today. Literally just me. So yeah, you're just me today. Hope everyone's well. But yeah, we've got a massive week here on the channel. I will just let you know now, tomorrow night at 8 p.m, we have got a show with Dante from 1894. We've got Howard coming on from City Matters and the disabled Manchester City branches as well. And we've also may have, and I'll just double check, I'm going to say may because I know things change, Big Steve may be joining us as well. So tomorrow, 8 p.m, you have a bumper, magnificent show talking everything about what's going to happen on Wednesday night, why it's happening, for straight from the horse's mouth. So let's do some hellos and then we'll get into it. Hello, FIFA. How are you, mate? We will beat Forest 5-1. I will confirm as well the date has been set for that. Play Reily versus Leicester. We're going to talk about Nico Reily, don't you worry. We'll beat Leicester 7-0. Nico Reily was man of the match when he came off the bench. He did very well. Que sera, whatever will be, will be. We're going to Wembley, the Etihad of the South, for a 7th straight FA Cup semi-final. KDB, 5 goals incoming. Good evening, mate. How are you? Good evening, Blues. Great victory today. Hopefully the beginning of a resurgence. Magnificent second half performance, especially the way I see it. I thought the first half was all right, especially the way they showed their quality. Deserves huge praise. Just saw Haaland's video. Yes, he has left on crutches. He is in a safety boot, but nothing is confirmed now, so we don't know. We will see. Yes, Adam throwing up the emojis. Thank you, mate. Dash, yes, everyone. Smash the likes and subscribe. Fucking hell, we always want to play the 90 minutes on an air heart attack. Thought second half was quite routine, mate. First half, Haaland was absolutely shocking as he had the chances. Gundo and Cobber were knitting, playing well. Defence shaky. Diaz looked jet-lagged. That Kushinoff looked shaky today. KDB, Silver and Foden. Disagree with you, Dash, on that. O'Reilly changed the game by selling the attacking event and locked up. Semenyo, KDB, Silver's performance, defence looked up for it. I thought, listen, I'll go into it. Second half performance was everything I screened out for. I didn't need it to be perfect, but I needed to see the fire and intent to turn it around, and boy, we did. Forgot to mention, Omar moves the guy can mug into accountability when needed and help to fix our attack. Another play that looked possessed and turned into a pressing machine too. Good evening, Mingy Wong. How are you, mate? I hope we're all spot on tonight. Yes, hope you are as well. Yeah, man of the match between the three. O'Reilly, Gundogan, on Marmouche. Me, O'Reilly, or Gundos to get it. But O'Reilly, just as he gets his parents, gave Gundogan more freedom in attack. Mate, have you got any news on it? Nope, nothing at all on the Haaland injury news, mate. Way too soon because they have to do scans, etc. And they'll have to wait for swelling to come down and all that before they can get a proper scan on it. Remember to give the stream a like, share with your friends. Thank you very much. Lee Gates, hello, mate. How are you? Hope you are well. I really thought we went at it first half. I disagree. And I'll explain why. Connor's loving the Que Sera song. Second half, much better. Didn't really press. I was gutted when Kepa saved Haaland's penalty. We're definitely going to, well, we're not definitely. We've got to go at it. Big up the chat. Yeah, big up the chat as well. We will win the FA Cup, finish top 3. We'll also win the Club World Cup. Everyone's gone from we're shit to we're winning everything now. I love it. I love being a City fan like this. Good evening, Colin. How are you, mate? Hope you are well. Big up, yeah. So, Ibeso, hello. How are you, mate? Yeah, say hello to everyone in the chat. Really does, say hello. We've got our family community here in the Mancunian Way. Good evening, Wilson. How are you? Hope you are well. Connor saying hello. I will never get you saying we're not going away. Yeah, I'll never get you saying we're going to Wembley for a final. It is still weird, mate. It is. Should be at Miller Park or Hillsborough. I know. Everyone living the life for O'Reilly. I like that one, Steve. Blue Hat takes a shine off the final. It does. I've always said it. No, never happening, Connor. Move on from that. No chance. No chance. Anyway, good evening, Blues. Hope you're all fine, fell over the blue moon with today's result. Yeah, hope you are. Hello, Steve and Connor. Say hello to each other. Good evening, Staffy Blues. If I do overgo your comments, it's because you're saying hello to somebody. Jack needs some hope that O'Reilly's giving a run and can stay, can save us money in the market. We'll get into that because I've seen what others have said, and this is where we've got to be careful on the youngster thing. Because you want youngsters, but then you want signings. Can't do both. You can rotate, but you can't bring all the youngsters in and then spend 300 million in the summer. Because not everyone's going out that you all think's going out. We're not selling 12 players. Question whether subs inspired or had to be. No, they were inspired, mate. Kushinov wasn't injured. He came off because he was a walking red card by that point. Oh, we've done that one. Sorry, my bad. Hey, everyone, like the streamers you enter in. Doesn't cost a penny, but means a lot. Haaland out and looks unlikely for United. Yeah, I think he's definitely out the Leicester game. Of course, we were gutted. Yellow card, course for precaution. Yeah, he was a red card. He showed his inexperience, cushion off that first half. Sadly, he showed his inexperience and his age. Rejuvenated after stays. I mean, listen, before we'll talk about it when I got through the hellos, we'll go into it. I think Hayes is going to be loaned out and bar. No, Hayes shouldn't be loaned out, mate. That's crazy. We spent 30-odd million to loan him out. It'd be crazy. Hello, fellow. Hello, DC. How are you? Callie's going with the old Wembley. 80 out of the north. 80 out of the south. Come on. Let's get into corner the 80 out of the south. Bollocks to the Wembley stuff. 80 out of the south. Hope Haaland's okay and just a precaution. O'Reilly was ace. He was magnificent. Start O'Reilly at left back in the Premier League. He's ready. Who were dropping though? I thought that was the best we've played in a long time because you're going to have to move someone to right back. Excuse me. Hello, Pardo Oaks. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. If Grealish wasn't under million debut, would be a different shame. He's definitely, yeah. Yeah, I think the price tag has hampered him a little. Well, a lot. All right, yes, hello, here we go. Yeah, I know I was late. I do apologise. We've just recorded episode 3 of the City Till I Die podcast. That is now out on SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. But listen to it after this. Oh, you can come in the space that I'm going to do in a bit. Must get rid of these clown pants. Evening, Mark. How are you, my old mucker? Evening to all. Get through that game today. Erling Haaland was bound to get injured. Yeah. The thing was, he got injured in the way that wasn't meant to get injured by twisting his ankle or his foot over the hoarding boards. Wasn't meant to be. That wasn't meant to be the injury, Dash. I was hoping more of a playing injury than falling over the advertisements. Yeah, say hello to everyone. Here he is, old Big Ed. Big Ed? Cheeky. So, by the way, thank you for your email the other day. Listen, I love that, Steve. If you ever hear me say anything and I'm not sure or what I've said is incorrect, please correct me. And everyone's got this thing of I don't like being corrected. Load of bollocks. Correct me. I want to give out the true information. So, big up, Steve, for doing that, mate. Good evening, Martin. Over the blue moon. Is that me? It is me. An unofficial. No, it isn't. It's just no one's available. Ozzy's working. Rich is on his way to work, and Pat's in America. And I don't know where Alan is. Alan's been amusingly quiet today, which is a bit weird. When we win, Alan goes quiet. Weird that, innit? But Connor, we get it. Martin on his Jack. Yeah, not Jack Grealish. We're going to the Etihad of the South. I'm pulling this now. Does the Villa game get moved? Yes, it will. The Villa game will now get moved. The semi-final will be on the 26th of April, which I believe is the Saturday, which is going to muck my missus up because she's going on a spa weekend, and I was meant to take them to Chester. They're now going to have to get a train there. Or I drop them off very early in Chester. Big up, mate. All you Super Blues. Wembley, here we come. Hello, mate. Hello, everyone from Uzbekistan. Hello, mate. How are you? Hope you're not too disappointed in Kushinov today. He's only a young lad. He's not going to have man of the match performances every game. Yeah, Nico's man of the match 100%. Cobber, you can see he's been a quality player. Gundo did put one in today. Gundo, Bernardo, KDB look good. Good performance from nearly everyone. Bernardo, KDB annoyed me today because again I flip-flopped on the staying, which I know. Nico is a unit, and I'm so glad we got some rotation out. Stop calling it Wembley. It's the Etihad of the South. What in the big girl? Yes, Mamouche can step up. He showed that today, Matteo. And he was a goal scorer for Frankfurt, let's not forget. Is it me or is Martin said smaller today? I told you, BBC did me dirt. You know what they did. BBC Manchester, anyway. KDB and Nunes were good today. Haaland was shocking. Hi, hello, Rose. How are you? Hope you are well. Big up, Linny. How you doing, mate? Have you been down today? Let us know if you're on your way back home. And if you are on your way back home from the Vitality, safe journey back home. Or if you're in a hotel, have a lovely evening down on the south coast. Love a bit of Bournemouth. Been there as a child. Pool, Bournemouth, all that. I'm on my protein water now, as you can see. Whoa, protein water. Yeah. Bournemouth came at us like grandmas in the first half. I know there was no way to keep up that exactly. Well, apart from the first goalkeeper, I thought we actually did all right. The Viking is injured. He's scoring Mojo. He's just doing that. And no closer to the 115 at all. McAtee and O'Reilly start against Leicester. O'Reilly, yes. McAtee, no. McAtee, I don't think we'll make it, sir. He's not going to make it. Who are you going to bring him in for? Look at who we didn't play today. This is the thing. Look who we didn't play. There was no Grealish, no Doku, no Nico Gonzalez, no Sabio. And then you're going to put McAtee above all of them, Ali. Why is it that we tend to win after a goal down? The City way, Neil. Good evening, Peter. How are you? Hope you are well. City Ultras in the building. Bernardo said, we're winning the FA Cup, mate. No, our standards are much higher than this. And that's fine. I just don't turn my nose up to any success, mate. Thank you very much, Cal. I appreciate that. But yeah, I've done that one. Good evening. We are winning. Stop it. It's not a treble. It's not a treble. Bournemouth look like a lot of teams this season are leaving stuff on our players. They get the player, not the ball. Put Kirk, says Brilliant. Pep got the spot on today. He did. Where is Oscar Bob and Echemesa? You're not seeing Echeberry this season, Pardo. You're not. Pep's confirmed that you're not seeing Echeberry. People need to part the Echeberry stuff. It's not happening. Is it me? I'm so much that Hayes hasn't given minutes. Literally fought tooth for nail to get him. Yeah, but I'm going to go into all this because this is my space tonight, Dash. Got to be careful here. How many players are we playing? Up to now, we've done, where's Oscar Bob? Where's Echeberry? Where is Victor Hayes? They want McAtee. They also want, it was the other one we said tonight. Victor Hayes, you said. And like I said, Sabino, Doku, this is what I'm going to go through it tonight, I promise you, because people are getting very confused now. This is the big squad problem. This is the big squad problem. O'Reilly did this, but kudos to KDB for slipping him through the Forest legs. KDB rolled back the years today. Well, then you can't play O'Reilly then. The City and the God I enjoy. Yes, hope you are. Alan having a Nunes moment. Martin, where can we find the podcast? It's on Spotify. City Till I Die. Just go in Spotify. You got it. City Till I Die, or Apple Podcast, or SoundCloud. City or CTID. By that pass, Nunes was good apart from the pass. Yes, Gordon. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of that as well. Grealish was excellent. He was. Is Bob doing well? Seems to be. Man City watched tonight review the other day. See Verts and Kinclads. Oh, don't tell me that. I'll get even more excited, Echo Falls. Yeah, I know I do, Juliet. I know, because I couldn't fit Etihad of the South in there. That's why. You are quite right for pulling me on that, Julia. Protein water. What is? Yeah, protein water. It's got 15 grams of protein, sugar free. Chill, lads. It's only Bournemouth. What time does the final? No idea. They've not announced the time yet, Martin. No, it's not. I wish it was. Just joined, but for me, Gavardiol to play centre back from now on. See, someone wants Gavardiol at centre back. This is what we're going to do now. I'm going to bring up our bench in a bit. Right, let's get into it because I'm going to spend 40 minutes just saying hello to everyone. And I do like to get all your comments up. I think we're really doing good for us. He's proving me right. Goal down to Glow City. Then where's Bob? He's not being rushed back from injury, DC. That's why they're being careful. Yes, Hugo Larson is true. They are interested. I bet he plays against Leicester. We might actually win some at this season. Yes, not the best performance, but we are through. That's the main thing. I thought performance was one of the best of the season, mate. Blue Out, what a nickname for him. Martin, did you get my email? Yes. Oh, is it you, Steve? I thought it was Steve Black. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I did respond back, mate. Oh, no, you're about the drink, aren't you? Which Steve emailed me last night? Was it Steve Black or Stevie Belfast? Which one emailed me last night? I need to know. Because I got your email about the drink and I will respond to you. I'm going to the protest, though, which I will explain more tomorrow night. Why were these guys so well, I'm going to go through all this, Pardo. Confused last time I touched. Whoa. Smash the likes. Thank you, Tone. Yes. Just been talking. Well, me and Tone had a debate, a very heated debate on the podcast. Because Tone was very Allenish. Very Allenish today. Very negative. Very negative. He was very negative. No man, I'm saying more races, Diaz and Cushion up on his centre back. They need a rest. Well, Akanji might be back for the semi, you know. Watched the 87 versus Bad the other day. The first, wow, that is going back. We'll give episode 3 a listen after the stream. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah, say hello to Tone as well. Good episode. Have you listened to it already? Jesus. Yeah, Luke's got a new channel coming out soon as well, which he can advertise on air by all means. Martin, am I going to Wembley? Yes, I am. I will be at Wembley for the semi and the final. Touch wood. Hello. Yes, hello to everyone. It won't be Steve back. He just come to terms with colour TV. Oh, dear. Right, let's get into it. So Manchester City, Bournemouth. Right. Let's go through the lineup. So the lineup today was Edison, Nunes, pushing off Ruben Diaz, Gavardiol, Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, Gundogan, Foden, Haaland, and Kevin De Bruyne. Now, when the team came out, World War III ensued. Everyone started going batshit crazy. Batshit crazy. Why are we playing these old people? What's with the 100-year-old midfield? We're going to be crap. We got beat by Bournemouth in November. Pep out. This player out. Pep lost it. Sack Pep. Dude, this is what was going on pre-match. Kid you not. It was crazy what was being said before the game. Then the game kicked off. And you know what? You know what? For the people saying that our actual first half was poor. By the way, I will go through the bench as well. Doku, Gonzalez, Jack Grealish, Rico Lewis, Omar Mamouche, McAtee, O'Reilly, Ortega, Victor Hayes. Okay. Oh, just I need to get the squad up as well because I'm going to show you this as well in a minute. Right, just so I can show you. Right. So everyone had a meltdown. I thought for the first 5-10 minutes, thought we started sloppy. I'll give you that. First 5 minutes, thought Edison was all over the gaff. Edison was kicking the ball. For a guy who's got distribution, he was kicking the ball everywhere, but to a City player, kicking it out of touch. That's all he was doing in the first half. And then we suddenly got into the game. And we got the penalty. It wasn't handball. Well, we had a chance for them. We should have had a penalty, which we got. Haaland missed it. Kepa saved it. You had the Haaland header from a Núñez cross, which was a great header. Poor finisher. Then you had the one-on-one, which he puts over the bar. Now, that is 3 clear chances. And then what happens? The typical City of old, one of our errors, gift wraps, presents are delivered, and we give a present to Bournemouth. Bournemouth had done jack bit. This is what people are not realising. People have got this idea that Bournemouth battered us first half. If Haaland did have finished his chances, that was 3 or 4-1 at half time. 3 or 4-1 at half time, game over. Game over. So no, I do not think we played bad in the first half. I believe Haaland couldn't finish his dinner in the first half. It was we got sucker punched, and then Núñez gives it away and then follows his man and doesn't get close to him, and the ball's in the net. So, but other than that, like I said, I looked at all the stats at half time. We'd had more shots on targets. We'd had more tackles. We'd defended more clearances. We'd completed more passes. We were at 68% possession. They were at 40-odd. We at 30-odd. We destroyed him in every way in the first half. The only thing we didn't do in the first half was finish. Again, finish. Haaland scores them chances. Game over at half time. And that's why I'm angry at Haaland. I'm angry at Haaland because he should, for 850, 900 grand a week with his bonuses, because that's roughly what he's on with bonuses, $500,000 a week basic, then he's got bonuses on top. He should be finishing those chances. So my anger goes towards Erling Braut Haaland in the first half. I know everyone's got this belief of, but we're 1-0 down. I think some at half-time are looking at the scoreline and not. And they think missed chances mean shit. You've got to create those chances. Because I'll tell you why Núñez played for me at right back. Núñez isn't in at right back for a defensive duty. Núñez is there for his crossing ability in the attacking third. That's why Núñez is there. Because Núñez is one of the best crossers of our game. So I really do not agree with Bournemouth batting his first half. They had one real chance which they scored from. We had 4 clear-cut chances. So people, and by the way, everyone was saying Bournemouth was going to be hard. People were saying Bournemouth was going to be difficult. We've got to come out of this thing of, you can't say Bournemouth's going to be a very difficult game and then bitch and moan about the way we played in the first half. When I'll tell you now, we played a lot worse. So I just don't understand it. I don't know what fans are wanting. I mean, I was put here, we were getting cooked on the counter. Totally disagree. Totally disagree. Don't think we were getting that caught out at all. Thought we were holding our own in the first half. Was it? Of course, the second half was leaps and bounds above. Of course it was. But Bournemouth, statistically, they'd have 2 chances. One they'd scored, one they'd put. That was it. That was it. We had 4. One of them was a damn penalty. One of them's Haaland's putting over the bar. One of them is heading. Come on. So, no. That's why Haaland's getting majority of the criticism, but exactly. Totally agree with you. We got a Forest fan in here. Just want to thank you for knocking out the cherries. Appreciate it. Yeah, but you got us now, Peaches, which could go either way. If it was ping pong, but overall City deserve win, can't see when the club are getting top 5. I do. Mine would be good to be starting to Nico Reily. And I said start him left back. See, this is the other thing people don't listen to. And it's on video. I've said start him left back. I've never said start him. I said start him left back. He can invert into midfield. The problem is you're going to have to take somebody out. Because Gavardio goes in, who goes out? Who goes right back? You've got to think about one player movement affects your whole back line through. So you're dropping Diaz. Are you dropping Nunez or Rico Lewis? Who are you dropping? Kushyanov? Who goes out? Kushyanov, nowhere near. Nowhere near. You saw it today, mate. No. Too rash for right back. Against the speedy winger, I think he'd end up getting red carded. He looked nervous as hell today. He looked nervous as hell. It's the first time he's looked nervous. He's been phenomenal. Anyway, so second half, Bournemouth having difficulties down that side. So what does Pep do? Brings on Nico Reily for abdicate. Kushyanov moves Gabardiol into the centre back. Piece of genius, and then it was all sitter. It's the first time ever, I can't remember it, with Bournemouth had a 0.00 XG. They didn't even have a chance. And it was all sitter. Sadly, yes, we know Haaland goes off. Injured. Great run. Like someone said, KDB started off the move. Falls out to Nico Reily. Puts it on a plate for the big Norwegian meat machine who buries it this time. He gets the ball, goes back. He wants to get that. He wants to get that ball straight away. No celebrating. Get the ball, go back. Great attitude from Haaland on that one. What I then saw is Bernardo Gundogan absolutely step up. Even Kovacic. Anyone questioning Bernardo Silva today, the guy ran his bollocks off. Bernardo Silva's the reason we scored the second goal. No one will watch this. Go back and watch it. Foden loses the ball. Bernardo comes in, tackles, wins the ball, gets us going again for the second goal, which Omar Mamouche scored absolutely superbly. Lovely finish. Questions on Kepa, potentially. Should he have saved it? Maybe. And then it was chances. Mamouche had chances. Gundogan hit the post. We had chances. And like I said, if you've not heard the podcast, I think we all agreed if that had finished 7 or 8-1, you wouldn't have actually said, oh, we don't deserve that. We could have scored 6, 7, 8 in that game. We had that many chances. That many chances. And the match stats back that up. We had 17 shots today to their 5. They had 2 shots on target all game. We had 7. 31 touch in the opposition box. Their keeper made 4 saves. Edison didn't have to make a save all game. 4 corners to their 2. And from a defensive standpoint, we won 24 tackles. We had 24 tackles to their 11. We won 13 to their 7. We did commit more fouls. Same on things. So overall, and they had a clearance off the line as well. So overall, we were by far the more superior team moving forward. Let's have a look. But you don't know because he struggled today. He struggled today. So you can't say that. I think we'll take the pens. We'll do love them. Yeah, you do love a pen shootout, especially in this comp. Hope Haaland will be fit. I think he means fit. Should be peached about how many times you've beaten us in the last 10 years. It's a good point. I think to take Kushyanov out for a few games, he doesn't deserve it. But Joshko looked like a generational talent at centre-back. Roy Keane bigged him up. I just invented a player, and well, notice that. Next season, we'll have a new right-back. Joshko will do centre-back as times as well for me. That's a great point. I said that. Semi-final, City turn up in when it's getting to Wembley, City turn up. That's why we've got there 7 times on the bounce. And we've been like 20, about 30 times now in the last 10 years. When City have to get to Wembley, City get there. Talk about Portuguese Hornswoggle, work rate. Like I said, I thought he was absolutely magnificent today. Thought he had a good game. Thought Gundogan just kept going on. When Gundogan is in that forward position and doesn't have to focus on going back, he is the Gundogan of old. He looked really good in that position today. Grealish, when he come on, was really, really good. That's what you want Jack Grealish for. The game's a bit scrappy. Hold on to the ball. We were going to the corner flag. We were taking time on throw-ins, taking yellow cards. So, yeah, I was happy with that. Hope City will win the FA Cup and finish in the Champions League. Good luck for that. Yep, so do I. I think we will. They knew exactly. Now, I've put the question to Kepa, we need a scrap. You just bollocks to it. Thought we played great today, but we do not kill teams. That is a problem. That I agree with. That's a good point, Lennon. I haven't seen anyone say we didn't deserve respect for Haaland. Yeah, Haaland was bad today. Said that earlier off. Haaland was bad. Finishing was atrocious. I would have said 8-1. Yeah. Martin Stagel today, LB, but that's what happened for a younger player. Yeah, but we've got to be careful. This younger player thing's getting out of hand for me. It's getting out of hand. Everyone's now just wanting youngsters. We've got to be careful. We're not Chelsea. Lakshmi, we're not Chelsea FC. Everyone's wanting the Chelsea model all of a sudden. And even Chelsea fans don't want that model anymore. Pepper's a legend, but City he wasn't. Everyone wanted him out before the game. Evening all, hope we're all happy after today's win. Hello, Fee. By the way, Fee was a great host earlier on. So big up, Fee. Mind you, have a feeling that we might win against Forest. I think we'll beat Forest, but we'll see. We only played you a few times here. We're in the same league as Bournemouth. I'm not saying we'll win. I just didn't want it to beat you. Just didn't want to play the cherries. Bernardo is always class. He's just something from a destructive season like so many. Well, yeah, say hello to Fee. How many times do we have to go to Wembley before we get to keep it? It's a good point. It's a good point. Bernardo would chase an empty Chris Packet. Great point as well. The other players must see the end of this. Exactly. Let them go out on a high. Let them go out let them go out on something that they deserve. Why is Dash? Do you want to send me the link on that? I can do, Dash. After the goal, I said that's not even on Pep. Let me just send it somebody else. I'll send it you on WhatsApp, Dash. I'm only doing an hour because you want to do a space as well. So I've sent you the link, Dash. On the goal, I said it's not even a Pep. Yeah, Haaland has been. He was. I can't even. Yeah. We know you. We know you like a Pep hate along. Might never play with linked to has been young. To be fair. Yeah. No, there's a difference. No, what I mean, Ed, there's a difference in quality of the youngsters, though. Talking about academy youngsters, Ed. People are wanting the academy ones. Oh, thank you, FIFA. Yes, he was. He was man of the match. Right. No, this one will be. I wasn't upset. Well, here's a question. We got asked the question: do we look a smoother team with Mamouche than Haaland up front? I said no. Why? The team wasn't the issue today with Haaland. Haaland can't turn around today and go, didn't get the service. Haaland got the service left, right, and centre. Why? Because Nunes was there. With that in it. That's why Nunes plays at right back, because he's one of the better crossers. People keep forgetting that. Now, what we've got to be careful as a fan base, because we do this a lot. I've just said this a lot, actually. We've got this thing at the minute where if a player makes one mistake, it means they've had a shit game. They could have had an amazing game, but one mistake, they've had a shit one. A player, on the other hand, has a shit game but scores one goal and the man of the match. I don't understand this. Can we start looking at football with eyes and not statistics? I know I quoted some stats earlier on, but let's look at it from a statistical point of view. I'm talking about people saying Bournemouth dominated us. They didn't. Factually, they didn't. But people have got this thing in their idea of Nunes played shit today because he made the error. When you look at his overall game, he was actually very good in the attacking sense. We know he's not a right back. So why are you surprised when he's shocking at defending? Because factually, Nunes created more chances than anybody else for any City player on the pitch today. Good evening, Dash. How are you, mate?
Yes. Are you well? Everyone on the chat?
Yeah. Come on, you know the rules. 115 is a minimum. That's why I don't think we might be selling Nunes. Nunes is shocking. He shouldn't be there. He's covering, but we cannot have it. No, I agree with that, Super City. But my point was, other than the mistake, I don't think he had a bad game. This is the crazy thing. And the one,
That wasn't that bad.
I'm having a go here. McAtee bags hat-trick against Salford, gets man of the match, but his overall play was shocking. So we've got to be careful what we're doing. Got to be, and I'm not saying McAtee's a bad player. I'm just using it as an example. Can I ask you a question, Dan?
Go on then, mate.
And I'm going to share this on screen. Let me just share it.
By the way, Martin, I don't think Nunes was that bad today. I just think he just made that big error, that fucked up error that led to the Bournemouth goal.
Yeah.
This is the thing about Nunes.
Well, the trouble is, that's what everyone looks at, mate.
Yeah. This is the thing about Nunes. I know his profile doesn't suit City, but it's like he's not a right back, and he can continue to make that same error continuously. Because this is the thing, Martin. I don't know, Martin, what's it called? I don't know where his best position is. Because at one season for Wolves, or at 14, he's a left winger. When he's at 10, when he's at 6, when he's in 8. So where's his best position? Or is he just a utility player? So this is for me. We don't know where his best position is. I've got the feeling that he'll go out in the summer if we get the cash and if we get the interest, of course. That's the main thing. Because it's only one game time.
I totally agree. I just need to make this point because I know lineup today, everyone moaned at. Then you look at the bench. You have Doku, didn't play, yeah? Didn't even get on.
Yeah.
Nico didn't get on, yeah? Jack Grealish didn't get on. Rico Lewis didn't get on. Sorry, no, they did. Sorry, my bad. No, they didn't. Nico got on for the last 10 minutes. Not a lot. Grealish, we know, got on. Omar got on. But Victor Hayes, centre back, yeah? O'Reilly, we know, came on second half, was magnificent. Now, you look at the squad here, take the goalies out. You've got Akanji, Ake, Diaz, Gabardio, right? Akanji should be back by the end of the season, is what I've heard. Not sure when it'll be. Maybe start in May, we'll see. Don't think Ake and Stones will be back. But you've still got Diaz, Gabardio, Kushinov, Rico Lewis, Victor Hayes, yeah? And Nico Reily now. You then got Oscar Bob, De Bruyne, Doku, Echeverri. This is what people are asking about Echeverri and Oscar Bob earlier. Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Ilkay Gundogan, Kovacic, James McAtee, Nico, Matheus Nunes, and then you've still got Sabinho and Bernardo Silva. The reason is, I think, Echeverri is not playing a lot of games, or Oscar Bob right now is, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players all in the midfield above them. So let's look at them individually. Sabinho and Doku are wingers, yeah?
Yep.
You've got Oscar Bob, which you can put in. Foden's been played out on the wing. Grealish plays out on the wing. McAtee comes on, plays through the wing sometimes. And you've got Sabinho and Bernardo have both played on the wings.
And Matheus Nunes too, in the emergency situation.
So this is the point of, we can't just bench them all for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
You are not going to bench, because today we couldn't get Doku. Savino wasn't there because of the, by the way, congratulations to Savino on his newborn child. And I hope mother and baby are doing very, very well. Yeah, he's got many sleepless nights ahead of him, sadly. But like, these young players have the legs. We can't have that with Gundo, Kevin, Bernardo. I agree for next season, professional idiot. But for the next 9 games, you can't just say to Bernardo, Kevin, Foden, Gundo to all just disappear and go and play for the EDS. You can't do that. Because as much as people want Echeverri in, you've got 3 and 4 players still ahead of him. And it's not just, if it was just Echeverri for 20 minutes, great. But then others want Oscar Bob. Then they want McAtee. Then, you know what I mean? And then we're going down, and down here.
It depends on which one is 5-0. Like, even if he's available as well. So Echeverry's, he's not going to get game time. It has to be a miracle as if he gets 6-0 or something like that. For me, the way I see Echeverry's, I see him as a future Silver replacement. And I see Jim Bar as a Akanji replacement for the future. I feel, though, as if Jim Bar and Echeverry will go on a Club World Cup thing. And then Pep will just
That's the
say,
plan.
well, look.
Yes, that is the plan.
Yeah. And I'm looking at them. I think Pep's looking at them and saying, all right, are you good enough to exceed my expectations? And if they do, I think he'll think about them either staying on. If they don't, then I'll probably think they'll go on loan again, just to get that extra experience first.
Yeah, I think for me, what people are panicking a bit on is the Club World Cup is where we're going to see a lot of these. So professional idiot is completely right, but this is not. I know because Nico Reily, and I think Nico Reily will do well. Oh yeah, by the way, Staffy makes a great point. We'll soon have Macassar and Mafina coming through as well. You're not going to get them all through in the 300 million spent.
Martin, can I interject there? Just one moment.
And you know this, Dash. They're not spending
Yes.
300 million quid and then keeping everyone, selling 12 players, and then bring. I think people are just they're confused of what they want at the minute.
I'm going to be very honest with you, Martin. I think people are going to have a hard time accepting this truth. The academy, unfortunately, cannon fodder, a cash cow for the club to go over the PSR. And they're usually sacrificial lambs, unfortunately, to be left out. The only way to get into the City team is if you are just world-class elite. I mean, elite of the elite. So, Jay McAtee, for me, he's very good, but is he elite? Not really as of now.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we'll have a foreign words over McAtee. Everyone in this chat would say yes, unless you're a diehard Jane McAtee fan. So I can't. It's so frustrating because you can't keep all of them together, and I think this is quite selfish because they got their own careers, they got their own lives. That's what we're not factoring in. I know as fans here, we want the best of the best, keep the best youngsters, keep the best players in the world, and get more people in. But it doesn't work like that. We can't have 40, 50 people in the club. Rather we just be paying just countless wages, and then ticketing prices will go up and other stuff of expenditure will go up too. So we gotta be careful when what we want, unfortunately. Now, if you think Nico Reily,
sorry, I've just counted. We have 28 players on our books right now that we can use. 28. You can only take 2, 4, 6, 8. You can only take 20 players on a match day squad. 20. So 8 of your 28 of the 28 are not even making the bench.
Yeah.
If John Stones and Akanji and Ake were fit, I'm not sure Nico Reily gets on the bench. He should do now. This is the cold hard truth of this. You can't put, if people want your big squad, I agree, but you can't have a big squad and then have youngsters and then spend 300 million. It won't work.
Yeah. And also, Martin, just to factor in.
Is Adam having a laugh here? Gundo is finished. Did you watch him today?
I'm sorry, but if we watched him today, he was sensational.
Come on, Adam.
Now, maybe off the ball, he was not the best as we know before, but on the ball, he was very good. In our second half, he showed it even more. And listen, I'm not the biggest advocate of Gundogan this season, but come on. He's a new scapegoat, unfortunately, Gundogan, and he's going to continue being that until we end the season, unfortunately. And that's a sad truth because Kyle Walker's left. He's going to find a new one. That's okay, Gundogan, unfortunately.
But Alf makes a point here. The academy is cash, but when we're not short on players, Alf. We've got 28 professionals. 28.
It depends on which area of the squad you're looking at. If you're looking at defensive areas such as centre back, then yeah, he's right because obviously the three defenders are out, and Diaz and Kushner will be risked. And for me, this is what I said about Quito Hayes. I want him to be used because I don't want to destroy and limit Diaz's recovery, especially and even with Kusanov now in midfield. Unfortunately, And I would love the youngsters in the midfield so much, but unfortunately, Pep is going to use it. And I just think that Pep doesn't trust anyone. I don't think he trusts anyone in this period because he wants
We
to keep
have,
points on the
I'm
board.
just counting it, we
Yeah.
have 10 midfielders, 10 above
Yeah.
any of those youngsters.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, big up Never a Foul Raid. Big up, welcome. Please join us. You've got 10 midfielders, Alf. So that's the contradiction, mate. You can't, when you've got 10 professional footballers, Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan, you can't just say to Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan, off you go, lads, sit in the stand for the next 2 months. Can't do that.
They'll knock on the
Gundogan's
door.
on 200 grand a week. Kevin's on 400 grand a week. You can't just chuck them out. I know that's what people want that to happen, but that's not football.
Apparently, people are saying they want more extension for KDB, which baffles me. Another year extension, and with all due respect, we got. I'm sorry, but he played good in that second half. He was terrific, but overall in a season, I don't want him there anymore because I want to say because I want him to go out in the best of terms. In the fact that we move on as well, we get throwing words, we get the best players possible in that position that's ready to go, and KDB can leave for the generational wealth elsewhere, even America or Saudi. Because if we keep him for one more season, I'm telling you that for a fact, he's going to be destroyed by the fan base. I don't trust us to treat him the way Kyle Walker's been treated and even other ones.
I understand the youngster thing. I know, but like the thing is that people are talking Mikasa and all them now. We're now dropping to under 18s.
But you know they'll never start. So like, why are they complaining? They're not going to start. If you want Alex Bayinas, you want Kvaratskhelia, for example, and I don't know, I guess Doué, for example. You're not gonna get a Masaka, unfortunately.
No, you can't, Alf, because McAtee's been poor this season, mate. McAtee's been. You're not going to like this, Alf. Tell me a game McAtee's been good in. Where he has been better than Gundo, Silva, Foden, and KDB. And don't tell me Salford because he scored 3 goals. This is what I said earlier. Goals are covering up a bad performance. And I'm not trying to call McAtee out. I can only watch what I see with my eyes. I look at what I've got with my eyes. Leicester away, 10 minutes. James McAtee doesn't want to play 10 minutes.
He wants a full 90.
He wants
Why do you think
start.
German clubs? Why do you think German clubs are looking at him in January? And why do you think he was biding his time and Pep was coming out of the comments? You know what he wanted.
This
you know
is
what he
I'm
wanted.
having hate. This is reality, what I'm trying to whip people with. Reality. Look, I knew he'd say Salford. He was solid against Newcastle, against Ipswich. Right, Ipswich played 20 minutes. Newcastle, yeah, not really. Leicester, why aren't you giving me Plymouth? Why aren't you giving me Watford? Why aren't you giving me Tottenham? Why aren't you giving me them? He doesn't want to play 10 minutes, Alf. He wants to start games.
By the way, he's a great player, he's a very good player, but
he's a very good player.
But as of now, he's not going to be there. And if we keep him for next season, I'm telling you right now, and we start him in the games, people are going to be moaning about throwing words all over again. And Jamal Musiala, exactly. They want all these players. So, and telling McAtee to stay even when a big number 10 comes in, it's not going to be sustainable because we're going to go around in a circle and he'll still be in that same situation again. He wants game time.
Use him out. Who are you using him instead of? KDB, Mamouche, Foden, Bernardo, Savinho, Doku. He's only
me, but
he doesn't want to play 10 minutes a game, Alf. This is why he won't sign a new contract.
And if he wanted that, he would sign it a long time ago in November.
He's turned down a contract. I know what people are wanting. I get it, but people are asking for 5 minutes. They're asking to start. Like I said today, Doku didn't get on the pitch. Savinho wasn't there. Nico Gonzalez wasn't there. Grealish didn't start. Are they not all going to want to start as well?
I feel like he does saving his
big squad conundrum. Welcome to the big squad conundrum, everyone. You all wanted it. You all wanted the big squad. This is what comes with it.
You know what? Yeah, I feel like as if Pep, yeah, he started the guys today because he probably prioritized Salt and was called Leicester over the FA Cup. And that sounds mad to say because we won the game, but I feel as if Pep was looking at Champions League qualification. And you know why, Martin? Because that's what the board told them.
Exactly.
Because for me, because I think this will cause more Pep headache now because I don't think he expected to win the Bournemouth game. I'll be very honest with you. I just think he set up to fail.
No, of course he did. No, Dash, I'm not having that. No, he did not set up to lose. Come on.
Not in that way, but like for us to be more played easier because I just think that the way they've been going all season, they weren't turning up as much in games. They were slow, and it's fine by the way because they're growing old, they're getting age. Some of the things they do before aren't.
Well, that's this.
Going to be applicable to now.
Doing what everyone's doing. You're going back to November, December. We're now in April nearly. We're better now than what we were.
No, we are, but it's just a fact that when you look at that lineup, there's a scream. I want to win the game. There's a scream of it.
Screams to me. I've got a big squad and I've got 3 games in a week.
No, that's fine, but listen, you know me, Martin. A nearly 100-year-old midfield is going to be concerning. You know that for a fact because a midfield 3 doesn't usually exceed 200 years old or near 200 years old. No, exactly. They were good today, but there was always that mind in everyone's doubt. And this is the season that we had. We put so much PTSD.
I don't mean to be awful. Since let's go from January, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 games, yeah?
Yeah.
18 games. Now, we had 1 in 14 before that. We've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We won 10 of the 18, yeah? So we won 10 of the 18, and we've drawn 1, 2, and we've drawn 2 of them. So we've lost 6 and 18. That's much better than what we was. Not perfect. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that.
All we're asking for is an improvement, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the results are significantly improved when a long time ago. That's for a fact. But the 3 midfield you saw today, when the last time you saw that? That same midfield 3. Yes, the last time you saw it. Because that was the concern of today.
I'd say they couldn't even play Real Madrid.
I think he did.
I can't remember. I know we've not seen Kovacic a lot since Madrid.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't see Kovacic for that long, you know what's going to happen, Martin. And I think everyone should know that one. Instinctively.
I just think the trouble is, you said it perfectly. In this rebuild, not everyone's going to get what they want. Some want a proper youth movement. Some want the youth movement till the end of the season, then ditch them. That's the hard thing. You can't bring in youth players, play them, and then ditch them. You play with players' emotions, their futures. You can't do that. McAtee, as far as I'm aware, and you know this, Dash, Leverkusen won him, and he's been offered as part of the deal for Wirtz.
Oh yeah, you know what, Martin? And I'm going to say this back. Pep played with people's emotions, and you know that's what facts. Come on, and you know he played with McAtee's emotions. So he has done the manipulation thing on McAtee this season.
Yeah. Listen, I feel sorry because I'm with you. I think McAtee is a superb player. I just think the problem with McAtee is I think Pep sold him a dream and didn't mean it. I blame Pep and McAtee. I blame them both.
I blame more Pep, I'll be honest with you. I'll blame McAtee for his ignorance and his naivety to believe that statement, because maybe he should have been advised by an agent or someone close to him about his footballing career. But 75% of it, I blame Pep, because he should not give that hope.
Steve Black makes so great point. So people want Camavinga.
Well, first, you got to get him to, leave Real Madrid first, which is going to be a bit tricky because it's hard to get him up and play down Madrid unless you give him the fucking big dough.
He's already been offered to the club, Alf. He's been offered to Leverkusen.
You know, can I say something, Martin?
Go on.
In January, McAtee agreed personal terms with Leverkusen. And why do you think he's been offered part of the word deal? He isn't here to, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about what happens at City now. He wants for himself in the future next summer. He's focusing on the 25-26 season. He doesn't care about City as much now, and that's the cold hard truth, because he wants to start. And what we can offer him is that we can't offer him that game time. We can offer him as a bench player and for the so-called word development. Because I'm telling you right now, Martin, put a poll in the chat. Would you rather have Florian Wirtz or McAtee for next season? I'm telling you.
Am I back? Sorry, I'm back now. You lost me there.
Yeah, you like that a bit, mate. A bit like City Wi-Fi. But anyway, yeah. I asked you that question again.
Who are you playing instead of where are you playing McAtee, Alf, and who for? I said to you, Doku and Semenyo were not even on the pitch today. Nico Gonzalez didn't get on the pitch today. This is the problem, Alf. You can't ditch, because you're presuming Bernardo's going in the summer. You're presuming all these are going. Some will go, not all. You're not getting 14 players leaving the football club like everyone's thinking. Then Steve's got another one. What an Orgay. I agree with that. I think the Rodri injury might have done it. Hugo Larson, by the way, you know that is true. They are looking at him.
I might have to share it in here or no? So I keep quiet about it.
Yeah, you can share it. I've already shared it in the podcast, so yeah.
Wow. I mean, wow, amazing. With Viana, he has been to Germany for a second visit.
Yeah, I announced that.
Now I don't know why he was there, but what I got was he's looking at Schalke again, and he just visited the CEO. It doesn't tell that, because we looked at him on his first visit to Germany, and we looked at Frimpong. I mean, what's it called? Tom Biscoff, who's going to buy me on a free, and other players too. And for me, I feel like as if we've gone for him, and we're talking a bit on his informally now, because I feel that, and this is just my opinion, by the way, this is not factual or anything like that, this is my opinion. I think we've gone to Palace and we looked for Adam Wharton, and they said 100 million quid. Same with Newcastle again for Bruno Guimaraes, 100 million. Camavinga probably mad money. That's why I think we're going for this Hugo Larson fella, because I just think that he's got a profile that fits us, and he's significantly cheaper, and he might even be able to sit on the bench more, because we want a box-to-box midfielder, Martin. And
yeah.
Player that comes
at the minute, they're looking at one midfielder and a 10. They're not looking at 3 midfielders. People think they're wanting to buy 4 midfielders. They're not looking at buying 4.
You know what, Martin? And this
I don't know where
these
buying 4 midfielders has come from.
I don't think we'll get 4 midfielders as much, but Nico Gonzalez and Martin. Yeah. And this is just a question I've got for you. Do you think he's ever gone over Barcelona? Do you think he's ever gone over the fact that he has been forced out of Barcelona?
Yeah.
And he has to go play?
I think Nico's been really good since he's been a.
No, he's been fantastic. But do you think he's using City to get to Barcelona?
No.
Oh, you don't think so? Okay.
No,
I have
Barcelona
to,
can't afford him.
because I've got the feeling that he's a massive boy, and he felt, and you can tell that when he was forced out of Barcelona, he was melancholy or sad, and I think that he wants to go back there at some point in his career, and I feel like as if City
Yeah,
know this, and then they might look for Hugo Lawson or on Adam Morton, maybe a Baleba or such sort, because they probably already know.
yeah. It's hard, isn't it, Dash? Because the problem is, it's like people don't realise McAtee can't go on loan.
Yeah,
Because if he
he
goes
can't
on
go
loan,
alone.
he's on a free. His contract is up in 1 year, 12 months. So, and by the way, we had no loan spots available because Walker's loan filled our loan quota. The problem is you've got them. You can't send McAtee on a loan because he's not coming back. He's out of contract. So you either sell him, make him sign a new deal, or you put him in a player exchange.
Yeah,
And then the other thing is people are saying is you've got people asking about Oscar Bob. But if you want Oscar Bob, that's fine. But you've got Savino, Doku, Grealish goes, but people aren't replacing Grealish with Oscar Bob. They're wanting a top winger. This is what I'm saying. You've got to be careful what we're asking for here.
yeah,
Not everyone is going to get in. Because I'm being honest with you, I don't think Bernardo goes in the summer. I'm not sure Gundo goes in the summer. I think he does his 2 years, but he becomes exactly what he was meant to be, a bit part player. The two I think will leave will be Nunes and Kovacic
Kovacic.
because you can get money for them. And then what happens is Bernardo and Kovacic become the Nunes and Kovacic squad players. You
Yeah,
buy a midfielder, you buy a number 10, and then you buy possibly a winger, and you get two fullbacks. I don't think you need a centre back because I don't think they're going to sell Stones because of the homegrown quota, unless somebody big comes for him for money because he's on $250,000 a week. Personally, I don't think you're going to sell Grealish. I think we'll loan Grealish with an obligation to buy.
depends on what the circumstances are in 2 months'
Yeah.
time, but go ahead.
No, because the problem is you can do, but he looks at the moment like he could be involved in the Verts deal, Sean. They're not going to do that. They're not going to give you Verts and give McAtee over and then ask for a buyback. Because then you're basically pulling Leverkusen's pants down doing that.
Yeah.
So you keep Bobby, don't buy a winger. This is the problem. This is the problem, Dash. Not everyone's going to be happy. And then you use O'Reilly as a left back, then you don't buy a left back. This is all the questions that Pep has to answer. And then you've got Echeverri, then you've got Juma Bar, which will be used in the Club World Cup. This is why I do not envy Pep's rebuild.
And by the way, Martin, there's one more player that I feel like we're going to miss out and you'll get angry at so much.
Go on.
What do you think about Rico Lewis? Because it's the fact that with Rico,
again,
we know
mate.
He's number 8, he can be a number 8. I mean, he doesn't like being a right back as much, or you inverse. How they put a left back. So, do you want to loan him out for experience to build up his strength, his build, and experience a lot more in English football, or would you rather sell him and gain profit back? Or keep him in the squad of a bench player if he accepts that role? Because you've got to understand,
I don't know what you do with Rico, mate. The Rico is the big one. I don't know what you do with him.
Because remember, Martin, and I think that's starting of, I think September or August, everyone was told us Rico Lewis was going to be handed the number 2 shirt down from Kyle Walker.
That was the plan. Walker was going to give him the shirt number.
Now we're going for Cambiasso and possibly
Which
another
is why
fullback.
I don't think we'll get Frimpong.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on which one it is, Martin. It depends on whether Cambiasso's condition.
Can I just answer this? 1 minute, Dash. Martin, Nunes, Kovacic's leaving, not Gundo, and going to buy Hugo, then what we're going to do with Nico game time. So I said I think Nico will be used as a left back that bursts into midfield, Lakshmi. That's what I'm thinking. You use O'Reilly as a left back, you don't buy a left back. I don't think O'Reilly will get a lot of game time in the midfield, or you don't buy a midfielder then.
Isn't O'Reilly a 10/2 striker?
I don't.
Because that's what it was.
Again, this is the problem. This is because I know if Chelsea had have offered the buyback in January, it might be at bloody Chelsea, which is crazy to think.
This is the thing, isn't it? For now, we've got to focus on the present, unfortunately. And for me, I would start O'Reilly at left back against Leicester, in my opinion, for the now. But in the future, there's going to be question marks all over everyone. Because no one's safe in a rebuild, Martin. Hugo Viana will dish out the fucking, the red button and tell them to fuck off. You know that for a fact.
I know Nunes was on an hour in January about potentially going, Steve.
Yeah.
Nunes was looking at, he was trying to get a way out the door in Jan a little bit. I don't think Frimpong happens because, again, I think the Cambiasso deal will probably happen. How is Echeverri getting in our starting 11? This is my point. I'm saying. Welcome to the big squad problem.
You know what? You know what's funny? Yeah? What's the plan for those players? What is City's aim? Like, literally, we're buying all these sick youngsters who look fucking mint, by the way. Then we're buying youngsters to put in second centre-back positions that we wouldn't even take in the summer. So what is the plan? Is it just to use them as a sacrificial lamb for our own transfer business? Or did they have an actual plan and they have to use their convincing skills to get them in, to keep them in for 2 years and then integrate them?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Julia talked about the homegrown quota. Lord Rodner, thank you for the subscribe, by the way. Appreciate it. Then if you do sign Verts, that's another headache. Yeah. Martin, we need a 25-man squad. Yeah. Just told you you got a 28-man squad at the moment, mate. No, you got a 28-man squad right now. And if you want to buy 3 or 4, you're gonna have to. Then you're at 33. But some don't have to be included because of their age. So don't forget that. So that's how Chelsea ended up with a 45-man squad because of their ages. They've got to be 21 or under by January the summer 2026, I believe.
Why do you think they're loaning up to Strasbourg?
Yeah.
Some of it.
It's not a problem. If you take the chance you'll start a squad game, we've had a brilliant squad. That's why we won a lot. No, it is. But not all players see that, my son. Please, if anything's taught us anything in the last 5 years, please don't say it's a squad game and players are happy playing on the bench. They're not. Cole Palmer, Mahrez, Alvarez. I can go through them all. They all left because they wanted to play football, not 20 games a season. Erling Haaland is going to play more up front than anybody else. Why? Because that's why he's on 900 grand a week or whatever it is.
By the way, can stay well early.
Yeah, look at this. Forest fan, we don't claim Goldbridge. You bloody do. We're playing Goldbridge's a lot. Yeah, but we're not going to do stop doing the Barca buying stuff. We're not doing that. I beg people realize how City do business. We don't do Madrid. Are you Hamza in disguise?
Listen, I wish we would do Madrid, but listen, the way we operate, I'm sorry, but we'll try, Martin. You know we will try for the top player. We'll always try. But in the end of the day, the majority of the players that we sign, they can be players that have profile.
You need a buyer, mate.
And interest. That's the first one. And interest.
Bernardo Silva had a £50 million release clause and nobody bidded for him. Yes, they
it's all in one.
But they can't leave unless there's a buyer. And City aren't going to sell them cheap. Edison didn't want to be here. They still kept him. Why? Because no one wanted to pay the price we wanted. We're not a charity, my son. We're not a charity. Yeah, and that's the thing. Do you know what? It's a difficult one, and I don't envy it, and I do feel. But anyway, let's get to a bit of problem. We're going into too much transfers now. We're at Wembley, 26th of April. We're against Wolfies Forest lot. Listen, I'm confident. You got to respect Forest. Forest we've beaten this season. We've also lost against them. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm hoping it's a late kickoff so I can get my partner, because my partner's going on a spa weekend that day. Chris Wood, no, he won't score against the team he loves, LG. He's a blue, Chris Wood. He's a blue, Chris Wood. That's why.
Into the match.
Yeah. Hey, the 115 might be out then. Wembley time again, 7 in a row. Do you know how many times we've been to Wembley in the last 10 years? I think it's 28.
18, 19. Oh, wow.
No, it's in 20s. League Cups. You think League Cups, semi-finals, finals? My God. Charity Shields.
Yeah, we had a lot. You know what's funny? I say to some of my cousins at Wembley, and they say they're bored of it now. I said, how can you be fucking bored of it? I said, nah, it's boring. My fucking hell.
Piss off, it's 12 o'clock kick off. No way has that been on. No way. Are you joking me?
I beg it's true, Steve Black.
Please tell me that's not true. No, that can't be true. I know it's on the Saturday. No, that can't be true. No, that can't be true. Is he lying to me? Is he on a wind-up?
I hope he is. I hope he is.
On a wind-up, Steve? I'm not leaving here at like 5 in the morning. What are you trying to do? Kill me? Man needs
I'm not going to ask him. Martin, you don't operate on sleep. You do space for 6 hours and 17 minutes, mate.
I was in London the other night taking my lad. He's in Mexico at the moment. Don't really remember who the backup to Bale in CR7 was. Great point. Might as well be the 27th. No, I think it's 26th. Man City needs to win on a 2-mug. True. Edison was about to join Al Ittihad, and who was the other one? Al Nassr, wasn't it?
Al Nassr, yeah.
But they only offered 25 mil, something like that.
25 with 5 million in add-ons, which were not received by City well. So
Steve Pratt makes a great point here. City will always look at a decent potential players at 50 million rather than the 100. I was about to say then. Thank you, Matthew. Do I not get BBC present? No, I do not. I do not get BBC privileges.
Might as well, Martin. With a try.
Go on, say that again, Mark.
You might as well, Martin, try for the BBC presenter boxes, mate. Worth a try sometimes. You know what I mean? Get me a spare one.
We all love an early kickoff. Piss off. No, we don't. Do not like an early kickoff. By the way, big up to Ian Baz, who did message me earlier. They've just won the Carabao Cup, and they very kindly messaged me tonight and said congratulations on getting a Wembley. 31 times. There you go, Dash. Told you.
31.
And I think I've been to 29 of those. Anyway, right.
Half of them.
Martin is lying about the. I've never mentioned a presenter box. Don't know what I'm going. By the way, right. Final thoughts, Dash. But yeah, great win. Everyone was in a meltdown before kickoff. 2 days ago, you were in the space. Nobody gave us a prayer to win this game today.
Yeah, I was the only one backing, mate. You know what's so fun here before kickoff? I had some doubts, but I thought, you know what? Just give him a bit of faith. Come on. And then everyone else, I'm looking at the comments like, what the fuck? Come on. I know we're fucking shit this evening, but come on. We ain't that bad. We can take them any day of the week. just give a bit of faith. And yeah, second half, they showed us a fight and we got what we wanted. And Wembley, listen, Nottingham Forest are tough to break down. I hope we learn from what happened at the City ground. I know that we can't do the little, what's it called, the over the top type of style of play because they have the defenders and the midfielders to destroy the what's it called, the overload, etc. And we have to go ball to feet. And yeah, let's fucking do it, man. Come on. You know what I mean? I want a fucking trophy and top four, man. People think I have both of them. Nah, man, I want both.
Yeah.
I'm 115 and a double cup for the
Well, this is
treble.
what Spartacus says. He wants that trick. He wants the quad. He wants the Club World Cup. No, he wants 6. He said Community Shield, Club World Cup, the FA Cup, 115, and get the top 4.
I don't know about Community Shield, but I definitely want the treble, mate. And that's 115.
We are massive.
Yeah,
Professional
we're massive,
idiots.
mate.
Professional idiots gone crazy. Pep out.
Yeah, spot up. Let's do the fucking gritty, mate. Me and you, man.
Oi,
On top
you're
of
not in
Wembley.
LB's chat here, you know. Get on LB's chat, you doing that.
Mine, I'll do it on your channel too. Yeah. yeah. Big up Newcastle all the time.
Yeah, big up Newcastle. You're always on about boxes. Am I balls? I predicted 2-1. See, I did. I'm top of the prediction league on the podcast. Martin up at 4, heads down the A1. Evening panel and chat. We are going in a minute. Total Sports. I need to get you back on here, mate, next week. So, right. I'm going to let you know now. Tomorrow night is a very special show. A very, very special show where I'm going to show you the thumbnail now, just so you actually know what is actually going on. Make sure I've got rid of that. There we go. Right, lovely. Because, seriously, this is a show that means a lot to me tomorrow night. I just need to siphon that off. Sorry, Dash, do you want to talk to the audience while I just do something?
You know what? I will, mate. Oh, Gordon Ashworth, fucking hell. Yeah, that's true.
Come on, talk to the audience.
The Arsenal they're going to 3-peat. Listen, you know what Arsenal are? They're specialist in failures. That's what Mourinho said a decade ago, and it still comes true. Forget APT. Don't forget APT.
Right, this is the show for you tomorrow at 8 p.m. It's an amazing show, and I'm very proud of it. But this is what's happening tomorrow. Fans are the core of the club. Monday night special, 8 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, I need to change that as well. What's happened here? Hang on. I need to change that. There we go. Superb. Let me just do that. Do that. Sorry. So unprofessional of me, this. It is very unprofessional. There we go. That's a better thumbnail for everyone to see. There you go. That's the show tomorrow with City Matters, 1894, and Manchester City Disabled Society. Yeah, Supporters Association. They're going to be on the show tomorrow, 8 p.m., where we're going to talk everything about Be a Go-Go, ticket prices, what the plan is this week, moving forward, because I know people have seen this, but this is the plan for, and I'm not sure if you've seen this yet, mate. Have you seen this? I'm not sure if you have. Where's Dunce's thing? Here it is. Save as. Just do that. This is what they are going for this is what we're trying to do on. So there's me back. This is what the plan is for Wednesday, the 3rd of April. 7 p.m. Assemble outside the main entrance in front of the statues by the Colin Bell stand for a peaceful protest. 7:54, please consider taking seats 9 minutes into the game to highlight how fans would be missed if going in as normal. Please remain silent to also illustrate that. Full backing of the players from that minute on. Full backing from 7:54. Please consider not buying food or merchandise. Please consider coming off the cup scheme as an initial response. Club the club area making it a financial issue against fans, so we're going to use the same tactics. Thursday, the 4th of April, the City Matters reps meet the club and we await further developments. And this is the most important thing. You, as fans, can make the difference. And that's where we're going to talk about tomorrow night. Fans are the core of the club. With City Matters, 1894, and Manchester City Disabled Supporters Association. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. live. So there won't be loads of people on or anything. It's just going to be me, Dante. It's going to be I've got loads coming on. Howard from the City Matters group and the Disabled Supporters Association, as well as Big Steve. Big Steve will be on tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
So you have everyone on tomorrow night, all the big hitters back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And I know it's not the greatest thing in the world. I feel really sad, but sadly, this is nothing against the team. We're going to back the team full on from Wednesday, but we just have to make a little bit of a disruption to get our voices heard.
Maybe even more, mate.
This is not getting the board out. We're not against the board. We thank them for everything we've done. This is just, it shouldn't have come to this. This is the sad thing.
Well, sometimes you got to do stuff. You got to do stuff to get what we want, mate. We'll get heard. And unfortunately, the club doesn't want to communicate with City Matters, the 1894 group, or any official fan group member outside of that now. Obviously, we got the message that they want to meet on, I think, 3rd of April, 7th of April, I think.
4th of April.
4th of April, sorry, yeah. And listen, for me, we've got to do this effectively. And yes, Martin got turned down by BBC for that. Yeah, so unprofessional, just disgraceful, mate. But on the topic, listen, we got to be there, do what you can. Every little helps, and listen, make a statement against the club. Simple as that.
Yeah, of course, and that's what you got to do. The one thing I will want to say is I want to wish everyone a very happy Eid Mubarak for anyone who is celebrating it today or tomorrow. A massive Eid Mubarak to our supporters or our family members, subscribers who are watching tonight. I hope you had a fantastic Eid, whether it's today, tomorrow. I'm not sure. I know there's different moons for different days in different areas. So big up to you all. I hope you've had a lovely time with your family. Happy Mother's Day in the UK. I hope you've looked after your mothers or remembered them in a way that is best for you. There will be a space this evening in 25 minutes. We'll do a space around about 11:30, 12:15, where we'll go into it all, and we're going to do a positive one. None of the negative bollocks I've seen today.
Martin, incoming 10 minutes in, negativity. You know what you did, mate.
But yeah, smash that. Give it a big thumbs up. We are currently on 115 likes, which is amazing. Somebody's already given us a down tick. Mass big up to the Never a Foul lot. I'm just going to say if LB is live still, because I will raid you over there. We'll do a fellow raid. I don't know if he's staying live, but bear with me. I'm going to send you all over to the old LB. You know why? Because we're nice. We're nice. We do this sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Last time I heard you didn't do it, but okay.
Well, I've done it now. It's done. You just got to put this in the chat. Mankway raid.
You mean Wankway raid?
Martin rules. So put this in the chat.
Yeah. Not Mankway, Wankway. Yep.
Mankway, Martin rules. Send you over to LB now. Give it a thumb. We'll see you all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Big up Dash coming on. I'll see you all in about 25 minutes. And I will see you all. This is going to take you straight to LB. Take care, all. The City are off to the
Wembley. Oh.
Bye, all.
Right.